Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me here at the Manchester Pride Conference 2021. I'm really excited to be a part of it and I'm really glad that you've chosen to hear what I have to say. So for those of you who have no idea who I am and you're kind of sitting there like, who the hell is this? Let me introduce myself. My name is Evie DeLuca. I am a trans Indian woman, originally from Blackburn, but now I currently live in Manchester. I am the author of Tainted Beauty, the memoir of an authentic creation, which is my story about growing up in a Muslim community and transitioning in the 90s and early 2000s. And it's a story that I am so proud to tell, so I really hope that you go out and get yourself a copy. I am also known as the Bolly Witch, which is my performance art persona, blending Bollywood culture and witchcraft to create spellbinding performances. So I really wanted to talk about South Asian representation within the queer community, especially when it comes to being an artist and being a performer. I've noticed hugely that when it comes to our community, South Asian people are left behind, and that's really sad to see, and I would really want that to change massively. As a performer, I'm able to gain access to different shows and show people what I do when it comes to Bollywood performance, when it comes to my particular aesthetic. But what I've also noticed is that the opportunities to be a part of shows are few and far between, and not many people tend to reach out to me and say, you know what, we want you to be a part of this show because we want to lift your art up and show everyone what you do. I don't get to enjoy that particular opportunity because it seldom comes around. So what I have to do instead is I have to seek out shows and I have to let people know that I am here. And even though I've been performing for just over a year now, I'm still finding myself having to almost prove to myself that I'm worthy to be in a show. And I shouldn't have to feel that way, because sometimes being a part of a show can often feel kind of like a job application because you have to tell people who you are. But for me, it's even more, because it's not necessarily trying to ask someone, can I be a part of this show? It's more, can I tell you why I'm worthy of being in this show? And that can feel very demeaning, because just because I'm not performing an Ariana Grande, Miley Cyrus basic number that we've seen a million times before, it doesn't mean that I shouldn't be a part of something that I have every right to be a part of. A lot of the South Asian artists and performers that I know are so talented and amazingly beautiful. And it really hurts when I see their pain and I see their frustrations, because they put out amazing art and get barely anything in return. And our community has a long history of pushing people of colour right down to the bottom, and white cis people are at the very top, enjoying and loving everything that it means to be a part of this community and being massively visible, even on a worldwide scale. Yet when it comes to fighting the good fight and fighting for what our rights are, they don't mind turning that upside down and putting us at the top, letting us fight, and then as soon as the fight is over, it's back to the bottom for us. That is what happens in our community, and we need to end that. As a South Asian artist, I want to put myself out into the world and show how beautiful Bollywood culture is, and show how beautiful being a witch is, and being queer, everything that it is that makes up who I am. And that's why I love being the Bolly Witch, because it's something fresh and something new, and I can go into a show, go into a venue, and blow people away with something you've never experienced before. And that is what I want to see more of. I want to see so many more South Asian artists to flourish, whether it be in the village, online, worldwide. I want to see that. And I know so many South Asian artists that I would love to see them just blow up and be seen by so many people and be celebrated, because that is exactly what our community is all about. It's about celebrating who we are, and it's about lifting our voices so then we can be heard. And it doesn't stop with just pride and waving a flag and then going home and doing nothing. It's not about that. For me, Trans Day of Visibility is every single day. For me, Pride is every single day. And that is why everything that I do and everything that I pour myself into, I pour that determination and that passion and that love for myself and that love for being who I am into everything that I do, so you can see it and you can celebrate it. But what I want you to do, and what I want the community and society to do, is when you actually enjoy what I do, let the world know. Let people know that, look, this person is doing it, and this person is doing something different and amazing and something that I've never seen before. And I'm going to show that. I'm going to let people know, pay attention to this person because she is doing it. And do that for every other queer artist of colour that you come into contact with, that you enjoy, that you see, because they are pouring every single ounce of their art and their creativity and their imagination into what they do. So they deserve to be celebrated. And that's exactly what Pride should be. It is a protest. It is about speaking up, and speaking up for people who may not have the loudest voice, or do have a loud voice, but are being hindered and being stopped from being seen. We need to look at that and look at the whole situation and fight for everyone who is a part of this community. Give them the same opportunities and visibilities that you would give a white performer, that you would give a cisgender queer artist, or whoever it is that you're paying attention to. Do that for the artists of colour as well. Don't just do it for the same people that you're kind of recycling, because they already have a platform. There are plenty of artists within Manchester as such, and within, you know, a lot of different places that have a huge platform and are at that particular platform constantly. Yet we never see anyone new. We don't see anyone else taking up that space at that level. And why is that? Why are we not giving other opportunities to people of colour who can be a part of that particular platform? Why is room not being made? Because there's plenty of it, but we're not seeing it. Why is that? And that's because a lot of people are just not paying attention to what other people are doing, because you're too busy lifting up the people that are already lifted up. So we need to change that. Start paying attention to what other people are doing, because trust me, there are some amazing artists here in Manchester that are not getting anywhere near as much recognition as they should be getting. And that really needs to end, because we are pouring so much into what we do and are getting barely anything in return. And as a person of colour, I feel it even harder, because I'm having to fight so hard in order to let people not only see what I have to do, but take me seriously. And I shouldn't have to work that hard. It's not that difficult to enjoy what a person does and be hindered by so many barriers that our community have put up themselves. And that really, really sucks for me, because it means that lovely people like you are not seeing how fabulous I am. I always have to kind of remind myself that you're doing it because you love it and because you're an artist. And maybe it might be that things are kind of slowly progressing in terms of visibility and in terms of people loving what you do and seeing what you do. But right now, what I'm doing, talking with you, that's one extra step that I've done to let people know that we can be capable of real change. And I really hope that we can really work towards coming together and enjoying the community as a whole. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you taking the time to listen to what I have to say. Enjoy the rest of the conference and see you later.